Hello, everybody. It is Sarah again with Purple Angel Oracle. Hope you all are doing well. Just want to thank you once more for your beautiful comments, your likes. I am so happy that I have you all. I can't really even put it into words. I love you all. Thank you so much. First thing I want to share was last night I went outside and I was actually listening to music on my phone. So it's strange that I was even able to hear it, but I felt it as well. I just felt it in my body. And I turned my music off, and sure enough, it was an owl, and it was pretty loud. But it was across the street. And I never hear owls because we have a really busy road right behind my house. So it was just really rare. Okay. And it called out to me, I swear. And I looked it up, the sound of it, and it's a great horned owl. They're absolutely beautiful. I know owls are very mystical. Every animal truly is, and there's definitely messages that come from different animals. Okay. Well, I looked up online, just on Google, what the owl represents. Okay. And it says here, bringer of wisdom, all-seeing, possessing supernatural qualities associated with intuition and clairvoyance. Owl's energy is at its peak in the very heart of darkness, penetrating the darkest night, seeing and hearing that which others cannot. Owl is a magical, enigmatic, and powerful creator of the forest. Absolutely beautiful. And then I loved this portion of it because a couple videos back, I was talking about the vision I had about piercing the veil, piercing a dark wall. And this also said, owls' senses pierce through shadows, beyond fear and darkness, through to the other side that promises light, happiness, and knowledge. Okay, so that's the message I got last night. And that's just more confirmation of what we're doing here. It's just absolutely beautiful. Okay. And so I, was feeling really connected to the spirit animals. And, so I drew one card from my spirit deck. And of course I got the hawk messenger, which I love hawks as well. When I see them, it sends chills. They carry a beautiful energy. Okay. And if you see hawks often, or any animal that comes into your area, just look it up, see what that meaning is. If you can't figure out, what the message is. But anyway, the card was Hawk Messenger. And it said, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. Right there, like I said yesterday, those lower vibrational energies, those distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect. And yes, the Gaia herself, this is all, we know this. If you're, ascending and you're aware of all of this, you're getting signs and animals. I mean, when I went to go find what owl that actually was, I listened to several different owls. And as I'm listening with my headphones, I could just feel, I can't even describe the feeling when I was listening to their sounds. It just went through my entire body. So I don't know, if you want to go listen to some owls on your headphones, do it. Because maybe it, could have just been for me at that time. But absolutely beautiful. I could feel it through my body. The more we put ourselves out there and search and look, it's like everything just presents itself to you. Okay. And that's another thing I want to touch on is just ascension itself really should not be forced. There really should be no force about it. If you're going through this process, you're going through it. There's no forcing it. Okay. If you feel the urge to search for something, to look into something, then you're doing it. You're just following your intuition, going with the flow. There really should be no forceful energy to it. Okay. You're either feeling it or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine too. There's moments where you don't feel as connected and there's other moments that you do, but the bottom line is just going with the flow here. Getting in tune with the vibration of the earth and all of us and just going with the flow. Okay. That's definitely the most important thing to remember here. Okay. And then, I definitely know there's a lot of other light workers out there, and this is totally fine. Okay. Everybody's on their own mission and their own path. That are talking about, this battle going on between the dark and the light. And that very well could be. Okay. But, and I got to point this out because she left me a comment yesterday. All Day Alchemy. Okay. Go check out her channel. The last video I just watched that she posted, I resonated with that, and others may not. Okay. It just depends on where you're at in this and what you resonate with. But there shouldn't be no fighting. Like the act of fighting itself and anger is low vibrational. Okay. So there really shouldn't be anything like that going on. It's actually very simple. Okay. Lower vibrational energies cannot exist in your field unless you allow them to. And like I said, the very act of fighting is just fueling that fire. That is the fight itself. The battle going on itself, if there is one. And when you fight back with anger, you're feeding into the energy that actual fight is trying to create. So you're just, and if it's just like like the comment somebody left me the other day. If I would have sat there and kept feeding into that and writing back with anger, and where would that get me? Absolutely nowhere. I would be in a low vibrational space for however long, I'm sitting there arguing with this person. And by the end of it, I'm going to feel like crap. So why? It just, it's very simple, really. There should be no fighting about it. Go watch that video on All Day Alchemy, because it's a short video, 1 minute, 44 seconds, of course. But she summed it up beautifully. So I just want to thank her for that, because I resonate with that as well. Okay. But I know there's others who do have that fighter warrior essence. And there's a difference though, because you can still be a warrior and a fighter. Because I'm not saying that it's wrong to feel anger. Hell no, it's not wrong to feel anger. How could you not get angry at all the injustice in the world, right? But what matters is what you do with that anger. So it's like if you take that force that comes with the anger and you combine it with unconditional love, now that's a force to be reckoned with right there. Okay. And I'll kind of try and describe what I mean here. So when I see certain injustices, horrible things being done to humanity, I get really depressed. I cry. Okay. There's many times I've been just sat there and cried about it. And I'm like, and I'm angry at the same time. What can I do about it? Well, like I said, I do a lot of things by picturing myself, visioning myself doing something about it. And what I do, so once again, picture myself as that big purple angel. And there's times where that big purple angel has tears. I have tears in my eyes, but I'm also at the same time using that force, pummeling the planet, right? With love and this purple light, with a force that I can't even describe. So you take that anger and you take it and create this undeniable force within you and transmute it to love. And it's so powerful. I mean, I'm envisioning it right now. It's like intense, okay? But it's all out of love. It's unconditional love. So that's what I mean there, is it's not wrong to feel anger. It's not wrong to feel any emotions. This is a natural process. Things are being brought to the surface. It's accept what's happening to you. That's all you can do. And there should be no force about it. So when emotions arise, don't force it out. Just sit with it. Send it some love. Like I've said, okay, there should be no forceful energy going on here. This is a natural process, and it doesn't have to be that complex. Okay. Now, and some messages, that's one thing I also want to mention, are for you personally. So there's many things I don't share with the collective. Okay. Most of the messages I receive are for me personally, things that I resonate with as an individual. And that's the way it's supposed to be. There are certain things that I feel like you keep to yourself because those are for you spiritually, personally, and you'll know when they are. You'll receive messages from spirit that you know are just for you personally and where you're at in this journey. Okay. And your soul's history as well, what you resonate with. If you resonate with the Egyptians, if you resonate with certain galactic families, if you resonate with the Mayans, everybody's different. And some messages we receive from our ancestors and spirit guides are for us personally. Okay. And that's why it's like this whole new age movement. It kind of bothers me when people put a term on this, the new age movement, because then you get all these stereotypes of things you have to do. You can't eat meat. You can't, you got to meditate all the time and work with your crystals and do yoga. If you want to, great. If you don't resonate with that, doesn't mean you're not ascending. Sorry. I'm not going to, conform to a stereotype here. That's the same thing as a religion. You're following somebody else's belief. This is an individual process. As a collective, we're moving towards the same mission. Of course, we're moving towards the same outcome, is what I mean. But there's no stereotype you need to follow here. And you need to listen to your own body. And you need to, don't let people tell you you're wrong if you're still smoking cigarettes or you're still having a drink every now and then or eating meat. Okay, your body's going to tell you if you can't do that anymore. Just like I said yesterday, I can't eat Doritos. Damn it. And I recently quit drinking alcohol because it's not matching my vibration anymore. And your body will tell you that. So if you're still doing certain habits, then that's okay, whatever. Your body's going to tell you when it's time to let that go, and it's going to be easy to let it go. Okay? If you're getting the call to let it go, and it feels easier than it should be, then that's the time to let it go. Okay? I'm rambling, but you know what? There's a lot. I have a lot going on in my head at once. Okay? It's like sometimes I'm like, can everybody shush for 1 minute? That reminds me. This is off topic, but it's funny. I think it was The Simpsons. And I forget what character it was, but he's a medium. And he channels, ghosts and stuff, and he's sitting there like a ghost is talking to him. He's like, yeah, okay, well, I don't see how that's anyone's business but my own. He says that to the ghost. And it's like, it's true, yeah. Oh, it was funny. I don't know if any of that made sense to you, but that was a funny episode. So, okay, let's talk about the 144,000, okay, that magic number. And yes, I do see that number often, and I'm sure many of you do. It's an angel number. It's a special number for light workers. But why, right? I'm sure many of you have looked into that. But anyway, I'll read a little bit of what I got. Let me get my computer here. So, let me turn my music down. For those of you who don't know, I like having music in the background because it calms me. I just enjoy it. If it bothers you, though, please let me know because you are my viewers, and if the music bothers you, then it's fine. I don't, absolutely need the music. Anyway, so here we go. The Book of Revelations and the Emerald Tablets both predict and forecast the incarnation and arrival of 144,000 light workers who will save Earth from the forces of darkness during the end times of the Kali Yuga. Most of the 144,000 light workers are now here and in the process of waking up to their divine purpose and mission on Earth. The majority of the 144,000 are advanced incarnated starseeds from more advanced planets, although some of the 144,000 are advanced local souls of Earth. Most of the 144,000 are now in the process of waking up and coming out of their long mental and spiritual hibernation, slowly but surely realizing that they are here to assist in the great transformation of Earth. The cellular memories of the 144,000 were programmed, timed, and triggered to go off at this time and awaken them to their true identity, mission, and purpose for incarnating on Earth at this most crucial time in Earth's history. There's a whole bunch of that. I'll put a link to that website. It's pretty helpful. So, yeah, okay. There's a lot of people out there that claim I'm part of the 144,000 and there's people that aren't. And, you know, I would never say that, honestly, because could I be part of the 144,000? Yeah, maybe. But does that change what my mission here is? Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. And we very well could be. And we might find that out when everything is revealed. Okay. But for someone to say, I know I'm part of the 144,000 and you're not, because you're not there yet. That is, to me, that's unloving. I would never say that personally. Okay. And yeah, I could very well be, and many of you could be as well, part of this 144,000, and tuck that away. Maybe we are. Like I said, it does not change what our mission is. We know what our mission is, and it doesn't matter if we're part of the 144,000 because we're still going to accomplish what we came here to accomplish. And I'm also not saying, I'm not saying there isn't 144,000 saints or light workers that at a certain time we're going to wake up and help usher this in, help awaken. That could very well be true. Okay. It depends on how it feels to you, but it's not something, it makes me kind of sad, when I see people saying, you're not at my level yet. You're just not at my level. Everyone's at their own level. Everyone is doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. There are no levels here. I'm sorry. When you live in a space of unconditional love for this entire planet, there are no levels. And if you accept that this is all divinely guided and beautiful, then there just isn't. I'm sorry. To me, personally. Okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate, but I have a hard time with that. Putting labels on things. And anytime you put yourself above somebody, it feels uncomfortable for me, personally. So yeah, that's just, I kind of wanted to touch on that. Okay. Okay. Where am I? What dimension am I in right now? Ascension symptoms. Okay. I know I put a link to the website yesterday. Definitely, because I've had other comments talking about these vivid dreams. And yeah, personally, I've always had vivid dreams on and off. There's periods of time, where I don't remember any of my dreams. But yeah, I've been having some very, very vivid dreams. So I think and I receive a lot of my information. And I do a lot of my light work in my dreams because most of the time during the day, I'm busy. I'm a mom. I'm running around. I'm cleaning. I'm maintaining my 3D life as well. Trying to do it in a 5D energy as well. So it's balancing these dimensions, right? But yeah, we do a lot of our work while we're dreaming. And we get bits and pieces. And when we wake up, we're like, well, what did that mean? Well, your soul knows what it means. You gained a lot of information that will soon reveal itself to you, I believe. The other night I had a dream. I don't know. I don't even know where I was. I was surrounded with this like color. Okay, so like an abalone shell, the inside of it, those colors, I forget. Is it like pearlescent? That might be the color. I was surrounded in that light and felt that heavenly, euphoric, beautiful feeling in my dream. Okay. Do I know what I was doing? No, I don't. I was doing something. There's times I wake up super exhausted after having like 9 hours of sleep. And I'm like, damn, I must have been really busy last night. So if that happens to you and you wake up super exhausted, take that into consideration that maybe you were doing a lot of intense light work in the other realms. Okay. That's definitely a big ascension symptom right now. Okay. And like I said yesterday, everyone's feeling different things. The headaches, definitely, they've actually subsided for me. Thank goodness. But we're getting, I mean, these frequencies and energies, like I said yesterday, they are swirling, man. I can feel them. I've always been very sensitive to energy. And lately they are chaotic. Okay. And some of them they feel a little panicked. Not the light ones, the lower vibrational ones definitely feel a little panicked. It's like bustling, like I can't even really describe it. Okay. And it's because, I mentioned this before as well, that the resistance as the light, the frequencies rise and the light gets brighter, and the resistance, the lower vibrations, the lower frequencies, they're like in panic mode, basically. So the resistance gets stronger, okay, until we reach that point, that pinnacle point where the resistance can no longer exist. And we're kind of in that stage right now where it's like, some people are calling it a battle, whatever. It's just energy. Okay. There's a lot of energy, and that's just how it is with the dark and the light. Okay. But this is all a natural process. I'd said this before as well. God created all of it, source, whoever you believe in. And all of it had to happen for us to awaken the way that we did. Okay, look back at events in your life, and it's just kind of like that movie Slumdog Millionaire. If you haven't seen that, he can answer every question on the game show because of certain events. He can trace them back to certain events in his life, okay, that gave him the answer to that. Okay, so look back at your life. Certain events, what did you learn from those traumatic experience, or not even traumatic ones? Just everything in your life was perfectly pieced together for you to get to where you are right now, for us to be having this conversation. And it is very confusing. There's a lot, okay? We're in a 3D body. We're trying to figure this all out, and it's not easy. It's not. But it could be if you just kind of go with the flow, take these interesting thoughts that come in and think about them and do your research, spend time looking into stuff, and what resonates with you, take it. It's beautiful. It really is. And there really should be no force about it. And if something you're watching or reading is bringing like a lower vibrational energy into you, or you're feeling kind of uneasy, then it's probably not for you. It's about getting in touch with your own senses and your own intuition and following this is like it's a journey, of course. We're on this journey, and it's like you get little pieces to the puzzle here, and but you're always letting your intuition guide the way, your inner knowing. And that's the most important thing. So, yeah, that's about it for today. And like I said, again, the animals are really reaching out to us right now. So you get a blue jay that crosses your path, look it up. Look up what the meaning is, and it'll resonate or it won't, whatever meaning you get from it. But the Gaia herself is reaching out, sending us messages, spirit. It's all connected here. So keep your eyes open to the messages you're receiving, because they're guiding you on this journey. That's how it works. You get little tidbits here and there, and you follow them, and you're like, oh, it's like an incredible, I can't even find the word. Not like a scavenger hunt. That's a weird word. But in a way, I guess, kind of, you're getting little bits and pieces, and it's exciting because you're like, we're working towards what's coming. What's coming? So, beautiful time to be alive. Enjoy every now moment if you can. And if you're in a bad space certain days, do your best. You don't have to forcefully push it out, but sit with it. Like I said, feel it out. Send it loving energy, whatever works for you. Okay. This is a roller coaster. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. We're learning to ride the waves here. We're just undergoing great changes within our bodies, and it's intense. It's a lot, but I'm here with you. I love getting your comments. I love responding to you. I can't respond to everybody, like I said, especially, if my subscribers keep going up and up and I get more and more comments, it's going to be harder for me. But I do see all of you, okay? And I do. And I try my best. Okay. Well, I'm going to get going. I'm sorry if this message didn't have that much information for you, if it sounded like I was rambling. But I just wanted to share all of that. So I love you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Okay, bye.